What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to WWE 12, the road to WrestleMania, and once again, that road heading straight through Survivor Series. Gonna be a long day. And so I welcome you to a fine Tuesday morning here in our usual, well, morning for me, afternoon for you, in the 5 p.m. wrestling video games spot. And of course, as a reminder, for those of you who are new to the program, if I miss any news over the course of the day, I'm literally filming this at 10 in the morning. It's 10:05 right now as I film this. So if news happens at 11 a.m., I'm not going to be in today's show. The only way to be consistent and have up a 5 p.m. video every day is to film it at about 10 in the morning. That's production stuff for you there. Anyway, we have a number of things to discuss. I mean, yesterday, slow news day. Today, not so much. And first and foremost, a thing I haven't seen yet, that will probably be out by the time this video is up at 5 p.m., is the first 2K19 in-ring screenshot, of which I would assume would be your cover star, AJ Styles. Now, think about that. We are 59 days from release of that game, and we're getting the first in-ring screenshot. How insane is that? Any other game, right, 2 months from release, you'd have trailers, you'd have gameplay, you'd have interviews with the developers, you'd have all kinds of information. Whereas 2K is like, shh, we're keeping it secret. We don't want you to know that it's going to be broken again this year. We don't want you to know. Also, this is a six-man tag, but the GOAT, the Slug, and the Mysterio. Okay. But of course, they're going to release that screenshot, and you're going to have a bunch of people making videos on one single solitary screenshot. Which, unless that screenshot is CM Punk, there's no reason to make a video for a screenshot. Post a tweet about it. Seriously, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, that's going to happen. We have confirmation for Balor and Baron Corbin at Summerslam. Now, there we go. Will Balor have the paint at SummerSlam? Probably not. But hey, you never know. Between the next few weeks of being harassed by one Constable Corbin, it could bring out the demon in Finn. We'll see. Or it could be a surprise. I don't know. Usually it's the kind of thing you want to build to, I would think. But what do I know anymore? Anyway, we have our broadcast details for All In on the 1st of September. And the first hour of the show, the 0 hour, will be free if you have WGN America. I don't have TV, I only have the internet, so that's just me. I don't watch TV, seriously. The internet is all I need, there's plenty of internet. Anyway, but more importantly, the main show is going to be on both the Fight app, it's going to be on Honor Club, and it's going to be on traditional pay-per-view. $40. And I see some folks complaining about the $40. And I'm like, how many years were actual pay-per-views costing 50 or 60 from WWE? Like, seriously, just because the network exists now doesn't mean that the price of pay-per-views has gone down. It just means they can afford to have it be that cheap because they are a major company. Oh, the kicks. The world-famous It Kicks. The Yes Kicks from Dubya. Knocking his freaking head off. Picking him up. LaBelle Lock. Or, you know, Yes Lock. The Yes Lock. Nope, it's not going to be enough for Bray Wyatt. It's not going to be enough. Join me, Daniel. Join me. Remember that? Remember when Daniel Bryan was in the Wyatt family? That was weird. That was weird. Anyway, it's time for a triangle. Where's Wade going? Oh. Yeah, whatever. Okay, this is elimination. Good to know. Good to know. Why is it 3-on-3 though? That's not even like. Oh, good God!
Look at Harris. Look out below.
Senton. 1, 2, 3. He lost to a Senton, really?
With a big assist from Wade Barrett.
Anyway, booyaka booyaka, Justin Gabriel. So that is the all-in broadcast details. And I think if you have Honor Club, it's cheaper, but it's not part of the actual package for Honor Club. Anyway, tonight on SmackDown, The Miz will have his SummerSlam announcement. He'd had a tweet about it and whatever else. And personally, I'm hoping that he requests Daniel Bryan put his career on the line. Because if they've already teased out that, hey, his contract is expiring, it would make sense for that to be part of the angle. Like, obviously, it's wrestling. You use what you got to the best of your ability, and you damn sure would use an expiring contract as part of your story point. That would be just common sense in wrestling. Even if he's re-signing, you'd use it as a story point because it adds to the drama and the tension and the gravitas of the matchup. So, looking forward to that tonight. Elsewhere, John Cena, who's going to have that match in Shanghai, China, I think on the same day as All In, the 1st of September. I'm pretty sure that was the date. I could be wrong. But did some interviews saying that he was training in China and that he has a 6th move of doom. And man, self-aware John Cena is the best John Cena. That's hilarious. But also, he's slimmed down from he's usually around 250. He's down to 234. Looking very, very veiny. It's kind of creepy. Thin Cena is not really a thing I want. He's doing it for the movies, I would imagine, to be more, agile for his roles in the movies, but it looks weird. He looks weird. Anyway. Moving on, New Japan. New Japan has been admonishing, or I guess taking action on one Tama Tonga, who's been doing some serious heel shenanigans, and even more than shenanigans, choking out a member of the audience, or acting like he was. That was not a plant, that was an actual member of the audience, which is not a thing you should do in 2018. Back in the 80s, sure, but nowadays, no. Boyaka, boyaka.
This should do it.
Oh, hey, that's my signature. And Barrett again. Barrett again. Oh, Wasteland. Wasteland. On the floor.
God. Wade Barrett just hit Wasteland on the concrete.
It's not concrete, Cole. It's not. There's padding. You didn't bring up the padding to use the concrete. And then now it's 3-1. Attack Slug has to go 3. I'm sorry, Jacob Cass has to go.
Team Mysterio is now down 2 members. Mysterio's team needs to get something going. Whoa!
The roll up.
Where did he come from? Team Mysterio
All right.
finally cuts into
now it's just a handicap match. That's fine. So apparently, because of Tama Tonga's heel business, there's going to be additional actions and guidelines for New Japan talent. So not as much anything goes as it has been and whatnot. But man, back in the day, guys like Stan Hansen, guys like Terry Funk were doing all kinds of stuff, and people in the audience, if they were in the way, they were in the way, and there weren't any lawsuits. That was, alright, you're going to go to a wrestling show, these things could happen. You have to be aware of these things. So, I don't know. That's, yeah, it's effective heel work, but also, I don't know. There's a fine line in there, and perhaps he crossed that line, and that they're having to reconsider how they interact with, social media and whatnot. But it's weird. Anyway, elsewhere in the rumors, Dean Ambrose, they're saying SummerSlam, return. And I would have thought it would have been a surprise return, but they totally mentioned him on commentary on Raw last night, that he wouldn't be there. Nice moonsault. That he wouldn't be there. And I'm like, don't mention his name. If you're planning a surprise return, don't mention his name, then it's a bigger surprise. But now you've got him in the minds of the people there, and they might be like, oh, well, Dean Ambrose, I bet he'll be back soon, because they're mentioning his name. I'm just like, what the hell? Also, referee, what the hell? 2. And there we go. Now it's just me and you, Bray. They lied to you, Bray. They lied to you. Where's your sister Abigail now? Anyway, moving on to Raw, because obviously Raw happened last night, and Brock wasn't there, but Paul Heyman was there, doing some amazing work on the mic in an interview, just some really good stuff. You know Paul Heyman's serious when he stops shaving, and it's not the first time. When he had that thing with CM Punk, where CM Punk and Heyman split up, and he was just not shaving and looked very disheveled and just out of sorts. It's the serious stuff from Heyman, and it is excellent. Now, will he find a new client to screw over Brock at SummerSlam? I mean, look, it's possible. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but anything is possible. But yeah, so Rollins was going to be in a tag match, needed a partner. They're like, well, Dean Ambrose obviously won't be here because he's still recovering from surgery. And then he ended up not having a partner because they banned Roman from being his partner because they wanted to preserve their match for the Brock at SummerSlam and whatever. Stuff and things, right? So there was that. But most importantly for Raw, I guess for amusing reasons, is that the B team has a new theme. And I'm like, but why? Why does the B team have a new theme? Seriously. No more Battle Scars. Now this is very much a Spirit Squad type deal, and I'm not sure that I like it. It's not great, but Brainbuster! It's a Mr. Husky Harris. The Army tank with the Ferrari engine. Counter ref.
1, 2,
3 count.
and Team Mysterio gets the win.
Oh no, look out, look out!
Watch it.
I'm afraid he's got some bad news.
He has to be absolutely humiliated that he lost.
Here we
to
go.
Jacob Cass.
Fighting back.
Oh, Michael, enough is enough. When is somebody going to take charge?
Oh right,
here?
they were supposed to have a
Here
new
we go, King.
GM.
Gentlemen,
I forgot.
may I have your attention, please? I have just received word from the WWE Board of Directors, and I quote, "It is time to reveal the new general manager of SmackDown and Raw. A man who will announce his presence with his sheer stature."
The Great Khali.
Is that
Oh.
Kevin Nash?
OMG. Kevin Nash thought he was dead. LOL. Why is Nash here? Why was Nash only a ghost in the Triple H story? But Jackknife.
Man, talk about cleaning house. Nash is back.
But why? And why is he helping me? I don't understand any of that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole here at ringside with WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. We are just 24 hours removed from Survivor Series, where, King, we learned who our new boss is.
Oh, boy, did we ever. Not only did we find out it's former WWE and WCW champion Big Sexy Kevin Nash, but Barrett and his teammates found out the hard way that Nash has a hands-on management style.
Well, speaking of our new general manager, he's coming out now.
Oh boy, oh boy.
In case you haven't heard, there's a new sheriff in town. Oh, I guess you did hear. So listen, I was out in Hawaii, soaking up the sun, enjoying frozen drinks and hot women.
As you do.
When I get this phone call from my old buddy, Triple H. So Hunter tells me that things have gotten out of control in the WWE, and the board of directors are looking for a big man to get some of these young knuckleheads in line. I only had one question. Does it pay well? Tripp says he wouldn't have called me if he didn't, so here I am. Now, let's
Yay.
get serious. I don't know if you kids out there realize or not, but it's been 10 years since the WWE purchased my former employer, WCW, an event that shocked the world. Glad to see you guys remember it. So what I've done is call up some
Oh
buddies.
no.
We're going to put a little tribute show on at the end of the month called the Clash of the Champions. And each week on Raw, we're going to introduce a different guest host that will compete that night against a WWE superstar.
Not guest host. Come
So
on.
without further ado, I present the first guest host, the legendary AA, Arn Anderson.
I mean, we already knew that Arn was in the game because we had him in the other
Can you
storyline.
believe this, Michael?
Not at all. Arn Anderson? I can't wait to see who else Nash brings out.
Is Nash gonna inject a lethal dose of poison? Is that the deal here? I mean, look, I'm always down to see any member of the Four Horsemen. Alright, AA. What do you got?
I can't tell you how much I appreciate Big Kev for putting together this WCW tribute show. Personally, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So what you'll see took a lot of people, a lot of work, and we hope you appreciate it.
Yay.
Now, I'm going to announce the main event at
Ooh,
Clash
ooh,
of the
is it me?
Champions. That night, we will see one of the WWE's all-time greats, the World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena,
I mean, I can't see him, so
Took
that's
on another
accurate.
one of the WWE's all-time greats, but more importantly, one of the best competitors to ever step in the WCW ring, Rey Mysterio. In a match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Senor Anderson, I don't fully understand all this living in the past. To me, WCW consists of a bunch of has-beens. And WWE was kind enough to put them out of their misery. I think it's time that we stop looking to the past and start looking to the future. And Mr. Anderson, Alberto Del Rio, is the future.
But you already knew that.
Well, here's the thing. You may come from royalty, but Rey Mysterio, he comes from WCW. And in 4 weeks, that's what matters.
I demand to be a part of this match.
You know what? I like your ambition, Alberto, so here's what I'll do. Now, you mentioned that we should be looking to the future.
See,
I think the future lies with Raw's newest addition, Jacob Cass. So, Senor Del Rio, if you can defeat Cass, you'll get your title match.
What if I win, though?
If Cass wins, Mysterio
Yeah.
will face
Oh, wait.
John Cena.
How did that help me, though? Why?
Well, you heard it here, folks. Up next, Jacob Cass will take on Alberto Del Rio. Will Del Rio take Rey Mysterio's title opportunity, or will Cass defend his friend's opportunity against John Cena at Clash of Champions?
Oh, the stakes are high tonight, Michael.
Anyhow, elsewhere on Raw, as I mentioned yesterday, I was like, man, I miss Ruby Riott. Well, guess what? She's back. Fantastic. Good stuff. I am all 110% behind that, and I am glad she's back. So, also on Raw, your main event, the main event of Raw, was Ronda Rousey versus Alicia Fox. So, honestly, good for Alicia Fox. She got in the main event of Raw at one point in her career. Not everyone can say that, you know. Man or woman, getting into the main event of Raw is, you know, top tier stuff. And granted, it was there to lose to Ronda Rousey, but still, it's still top tier stuff. So, kudos all around on that bit of weirdness. Anyway, Braun was there doing Braun things, tipping things, and losing by DQ and whatever else. He's still being Braun, so I'm really not sure how they're going to handle that match with Owens at SummerSlam. I'm kind of curious to see how that ends up playing out, to be honest. But it is what it is, and we'll get there when we get there. As always, as you do. And that is pretty much the extent of what I have on my piece of paper here today to discuss on the show. So let's get to the end of this match and wrap things up. And picking him up for that brain buster. Boom. Dropping him. That's it, Alberto. Sorry. Best of luck next time. 3 count.
Jacob Cass has kept Rey's championship match alive.
Well, Ray taught Jacob everything he knows. I guess imparting that wisdom paid off big time for Mysterio tonight.
And that wraps up Tuesday. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching more videos every day. I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.